Hey homemakers, welcome back to another Make Ahead Monday. If you're new here, please stick around for some really great stuff. If you've been here for a while, thanks for coming back. Hey homemakers, I hope today is finding you well. It is a brand new week and we are gonna venture into making our own yogurt. Powdered milk. This is something our grandmas use. Not many people think much of it, but surprisingly, it is very useful. I'll be giving you 10 awesome uses for powdered milk. Some of them were surprising to me and some of them were not surprising. I've heard of them before. I just honestly didn't even look up the recipe. Powdered milk is not all created equal. There are very different types, from non-dairy types, like there's a powdered goat milk, there's powdered soy milk, powdered coconut milk, to your non-fat, to your full whole powdered milk. The main difference between your whole powdered milk and your non-fat milk that's powdered is whole powdered milk won't dissolve as easily as your traditional powdered milk. It also requires hot liquid to dissolve it, versus non-fat powdered milk does not require a certain temperature to dissolve. It'll dissolve in anything from cold all the way down to super hot. I'm going to dive right in to the 10 surprising things you can do with powdered milk. First one, you can make your own sweetened condensed milk. This is true, and honestly, for all these recipes, you can go ahead and do a quick Google search, or you can also go on Pinterest. There are a billion recipes for this. Number 2, evaporated milk. You can create your own evaporated milk. Now for sweetened condensed milk and evaporated milk, this comes in handy when you're making pies or if you want to make your own ice cream. Super great, and it saves you time. If you already have powdered milk on hand, then you don't have to go to the store and buy those little tiny cans. Believe it or not, number 3 was surprising to me. Whipped topping. Did you know you can make your own whipped topping with powdered milk? I didn't. Now if you're expecting it to taste like the traditional Cool Whip and things like that, it's not going to. But it's a good substitute if you need something quick and handy. Just flavor it to your own tastes. Number 4, use the powdered milk for your own coffee creamer. Now, I know there's some unpopular opinions that coffee should be drinking black. I am not one of those people. I'm trying, but I can't. I still need a little cream and stuff in my coffee. So for me, this is great in a pinch if I happen to not realize that I am totally out. Super great. Number 5. Guess what today's theme is? Yogurt! You can make yogurt with powdered milk, as you have seen in this video today. And I will say, it worked pretty darn well. Better than I thought it would. I thought it was going to be a total flop. Next one, oatmeal packs. Do your kids love oatmeal? I know mine do. Now, I get really tired of buying those little square packets of pre-made oatmeal. So if you just put your portion of oatmeal in there, add the equal amount of milk powder that you would need for how much liquid you need to add, then all you have to do is add water, throw it in your microwave, throw it on the stove top, done. How easy is that? And if you've got some older kids and you're trying to help with a self-sufficient life, you can go ahead and let them make their own oatmeal in the morning. Hot chocolate mix. My mom used to make this all the time. She made a hot chocolate mix. It has like cocoa powder, your powdered milk, sugar I'm sure is in there, and I think there was a couple other things that were put in there. Same idea, spoon in the amount you want, add your water, heat it up, you're good to go. Now, here is my kind of 3 combined in one. With powdered milk, you can add a little vinegar and I think something else, and you make your curds. Don't mind my little Jiggly sitting back here. He loves to be by me. With your curds, you can go ahead and make ricotta cheese and you can make cottage cheese. I don't know if I personally would be eating those like by themselves, but I probably would use these more in cooking, but just because I think the powdered milk would give like a weird aftertaste. I have not tried these particular ones myself. That's just what I would feel like it would taste like. If you try it, please let me know. So that is technically number 8. Number 9, you can make an old-fashioned milk bath. I know way back in the day they said Cleopatra always had her milk baths. It's supposed to help with moisturizing your skin, things like that, and with all this stuck inside, you know, you could easily pamper yourself. Might be good for your skin. You probably would feel great. I haven't tried this one either. I think this might be on the list of things that I am definitely going to try soon. And number 10, you can make a face mask or skin treatment with this as well. All you'd really need to do for the face mask, it's super simple. Add a little of the powdered milk to your bowl. Add just enough water to kind of create like a paste. Brush it on your skin. Leave it till it kind of dries. Wipe it off. Done. This goes similar with the idea of a milk bath. You know, helps moisturize your face and things like that. Like I said, go on Pinterest. Google it. There is a 1,000,000,001 recipes for this. I looked up a lot of recipes because I had intentions of linking it down below, but honestly, there are so many to count. Find one that works for you with what you have on hand. You can go super fancy to really simple. I love yogurt. It is something I don't like to buy very often if I don't have to, so we're going to try making our own today. And I like to put this in smoothies. That's what I use it the most. I don't particularly like eating it just plain unless it's smothered in fruit and granola and all that yummy stuff. Okay, homemakers, so we're going to start our yogurt base. Oh my goodness, Melly, this yogurt's not for you yet. I've already put almost all of my water in here. I'm going to put a total of 8 cups, so I'm going to add my last 2 cups. Now, what's a little different about my yogurt is I don't have regular milk on hand. Normally, I don't drink it. So I'm going to try doing this with powdered milk. I've never done this before, so I'm curious to see how this particular batch turns out. It takes 8 cups of water, and it takes about a cup and a half of your powdered mix. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add my powder mix to my 8 cups of water, and I'm just going to whisk it up and make sure that all the clumps are out. Don't mind my whisk, it popped, and I just don't want to get a new one. It still works fine. It's fine. Okay, once I have that all mixed up, I'm going to go ahead and set this on high, and this will sit for 3 hours. Once that's done, we can go ahead and add our live yogurt culture. So stay tuned and we'll see what happens next. Hey guys, just wanted to pop back real quick. I did say it was on high for 3 hours. It's actually on low for 3 hours. So don't forget that little tidbit. All right, I've left my yogurt here. Well, it's not yogurt yet, but I've left my milk to get up to temperature. So I've now shut it off and unplugged it because, you know, sometimes kids hit buttons they think they should and stuff gets turned on and it would ruin my stuff. So right now I am going to let this cool for about 2.5 hours, and then I can finally add my live yogurt culture. So stay tuned for the next step. All right, I let my milk cool for about 2 hours, 45 minutes or so. So now it is cool enough that I can start adding my live culture, which I need my measuring cup. Hello. Apparently I don't have my measuring cups. Okay. Well, you know what? We're just going to roll with it. Basically what I need to do is to make sure that my yogurt is not too cold going into my mixture. So you put roughly about a half cup of your warm milk to temper your yogurt. Once it's tempered, you can go ahead and add it to your milk mixture. So I'm just gonna do this real quick. Sorry if you hear a bunch of chomping. My fat cat has decided that she is starving right at this very moment. We had to put her on a feeding schedule because apparently it's very common when you get kittens fixed that they can gain weight. And she did. I would say she probably doubled in size. So, all right. I am just going to add my yogurt in here, and I'm just going to give it just a little bit of a stir. And get it all out of here. Should probably grab a spoon. Alrighty. Okay, so now what we need to do is put this lid on, and we need to cover this we need to cover this bad boy all night. I'm just going to put a little beach towel around it to keep it warm, and it should be ready by morning. So we'll check back. Well, we'll see you in the morning. Bye. Good morning, homemakers. So I finished up my yogurt, and here it is. Now, homemade yogurt tends to be a little bit more on the runny side, which is fine because I'm going to be using mine mostly in smoothies. You can make it a little bit thicker, but this is my yogurt. So now all I have to do is flavor it up. I will add a little bit of sugar to this just because we're not quite used to the plain yogurt just yet, so we'll make ours taste a little bit sweeter. But after that, we're all done. I hope you had fun with this little experiment. I know I did. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Make Ahead Monday. Stay tuned. There's going to be more videos coming up, and have a wonderful week. Bye, guys.